common complaint I do hear from farmers. Someone will call, "Oh, Abdulaziz, my pond is smelling badly. My fish pond smells bad. What do I do?" Yes, in fact, when your fish pond is smelling badly, this is emergency case and you have to act fast before you see your fish. This do not only affect the fish, but it also affects your neighbors, especially if you are keeping your fish at the backyard or close to people or close to homes. Before I give you how to prevent that or what it happens, what to do, let's understand what causes this. If your fish farm or your pond is smelling, the most common one is high ammonia. And high ammonia is as a result of the defecation or the removing of feces of the fish in the pond. High ammonia can also as a result of overfeeding, so that the leftover feed will dissolve and decompose into the water, making the farm to be smelly because ammonia will be higher. And that brings us to another cause of the smell of the farm, that is overfeeding. Another cause of smell of the pond is stuck water. Come to think of this. Have you ever noticed or observed, especially if you are someone who sometimes go to the bush or outside country, where you will see water in various places, especially farmers, you will notice that running water, even if it is small, always looks clean and doesn't even smell. But stuck water, the quantity might even be appreciable, but because it is stuck at a particular place, if it's there for a while, it will begin to smell. Have you noticed that the same thing applies to the fish pond? If the water is not circulating, if the water is not moving, and it is always stuck, that can also lead to smell. Yes. When we come to solution, we'll tell you what to do. So now, these things combination will ensure that your fish farm is smelling. Algae growth and excessive nutrient also contributes to the smell of your farm. Of your farm. Algae growth is also as a result of excessive nutrient. So when it gets to an extent that it is huge, you begin to smell the farm. Now let's get this clear. If there's an algae or if there's algae on your pond and the farm is not smelling, especially if you are using RAS, this is not to say that the water is bad and should change at that time. The algae is also as a result of excessive nutrient and plus sunlight. Sometimes it is okay and the fish even feed on the algae. But when the nutrient is so much that the farm begins to smell, then that is danger. At that time, you need to change the water or you need to do something. We'll still come to what you can do because this is uncomfortable for the fish because it stresses the fish if they smell it and can lead to diseases and mortality. In fact, you can even have mass mortality. And also, this is unconducive for the neighbors or for the environment. And that is making it difficult to run farms at the backyard or in cities, especially if the water will constantly smell, to affect others. Now let's see what to do. First and foremost, we need to make sure that you constantly change the water in your pond. Once you begin to sense it, the smell, change the water. Second, if you can provide aeration system where the water will be moving and circulating, and that's the system we use, we'll still come to that. That is also good. It will keep the water longer period. You will not change it and the place will not be smelling. If it is smelling, the best thing to do is to do partial change. Drain more than half of the water and top it up. Also, reduce the amount of feed that you give your fish. Especially if you change the water, it doesn't take long, it is dirty again. It is indication that either you are overfeeding the fish and they are not eating everything, and the leftover is decaying and decomposing, add excessive nutrients and causing the smell. So try to reduce the amount of feed that you give the fish. And also, you can use salt or bitter leaves to add to the water, especially if the fish become weak and you change the water. Add this one of these things to boost their immune system so that they'll be stronger. Now, what about if I told you that there's a tool that can take care of all this? Once you have that tool installed, you will not change the water until you smell. You don't have to add bitter leaves and whatever, but the farm will be clean, the fish will be enjoying the water, your neighbors will not even know that you are producing fish, and everything will be okay for you. And that tool or that solution is the recirculating aquaculture system. Someone might ask, Abdul Aziz, what is recirculating aquaculture system? This is a system which made of two components: filtration system and aeration system. Filtration removes the insoluble particles such as the waste of the feed or the waste of the feces of the fish and the leftover feed. While the aeration system adds oxygen into the pond and also circulates the water. This combined ensures that your water is always good. It won't smell, it won't get dirty. Of course, it will be green, but that's normal. And the fish will be enjoying it and they will grow it. This will not only prevent your fish farm from smelling, but it will also reduces the amount of money you invest into water. It will also save you a lot of time you use to always change the water. And more importantly, your fish will always grow better. If you have been inspired and you are thinking of how to get this quarters, fine. If you don't want to get that route, after all, if someone teach you how to fish, it's better than giving you fish. Because when the fish finishes, you can harvest or hunt again. But if it gives you and finishes, you don't know what to do. In that case, if you want to go by that route, or if you believe in that saying, you might want to learn it yourself, and you are covered. That's why we have the DIY recirculating aquaculture and aeration system. Check the link in the description. Enroll in the course. You will learn everything yourself, and you can implement that. Either put it install in your farm, and you can also install for others. And it can also be additional income stream. Check the link in the description. And if you have been inspired, please subscribe to the channel, like and share. And this is Abdulaziz Isa. Don't forget to watch another video in the end screen. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.